Hello Maddie, it's Friday. I loved your video on Tuesday. It was a really nice way to add on to that whole coffee talk thing that I was doing, so way to go. So my passions in life would be writing and reading, and I'd like to talk about the former. I've been writing ever since I was a very young child, but I never really considered myself much of a writer until my freshman year of high school. It wasn't that important in my life. In class, if I was bored or didn't care about that lecture, I would write, or I would take notes on my stories, or I would just dream up what my characters might be doing. Granted, I should have been paying attention in class, but there was no way I could stop the flow of my thoughts and my stories and the characters that were in them. They had a mind of their own and could not be controlled, even if I wanted them to have stopped. And, you know, these things are fairly typical for any writer or author. But the one problem that I have is that I have dyslexia. I figured I wasn't supposed to be a writer because I could never spell perfectly, and the words would flip around, and I couldn't even read line to line sometimes. It was just difficult. It was like the words are flying off the pages or getting all shaky, and it just never really worked for my brain. But my stories had to be told. They were stuck in my brain and rushing around in ways that I couldn't even fathom, and they needed to be put down somehow. Which is when I realized my most important motto when facing my dyslexia in writing, and also when I was a gymnast. I lived to prove people wrong. And I should probably get that tattooed somewhere. I stayed in gymnastics for longer than any of the teammates that I grew up practicing with, and I defied gravity. I wasn't the skinniest little gymnast out there, but I still did flips that would make most people pee themselves if they were asked to attempt. I forced myself to memorize the rhythm of words as they came out of my pen or pencil and onto the page, because I live and breathe stories, and I never wanted to be defined by my dyslexia or by the way I look. Nothing should define me but what I desire to define me. Writer, reader, retired gymnast, college student, growing woman, and I'd like to think resilient is what I am. So really, I think I write because I have to. Because if I didn't write, I fear I might explode or become so trapped in my own world that nothing would seem interesting, because there isn't the same excitement out there, for me at least. Currently, the world lacks the excitement I enjoy thinking about and writing about. Writing lets me ponder the bigger questions about love and death and life, God, Allah, Zeus, whatever you want to call him, good versus evil, and who has the right to define those things. I write to understand, I suppose. And there's so much I really don't understand about the world or the people in it. So I don't really think I'll ever run out of writing material or the desire to write. It's just always going to be an integral part of me. Anyway, Maddie, that's my video for today, and I will see you on Tuesday. Interroner out.